Hey guys, Lauren Michaels here again with 4Winds PPG. Another one of our tips and tricks video. I just want to put this together real quick because people have been asking what's the best way to lay out your glider. Well, obviously it depends on the conditions that you're working with. This is an absolute no wind type morning. So let's do a quick glider layout, and then when I do have some wind, I'll do another one and try to splice these together for you to show both conditions and different ways of laying out your glider. All right, so real quick, just gonna open my bag. All right. Try to find out what wind direction we do have. Like I said, it's just about no wind, so not much to work with here. All right, so I'm just going to give it a toss. Keeping the risers in my hands. One of the biggest mistakes we make when laying out a glider is laying the risers down on the grass and then dragging your risers around, especially when they're not hooked together, and creating tangles for yourself. So keep them in your hand. Go to a wingtip, drag it out, give it a toss. Keep the riser in my hand still. Do this wingtip. Watch out, dog. Throw that wingtip out. Come out to center. Shake out my lines, verify that my A's are on top, clean and clear. This is where I'll separate. If my wind direction is slightly off, this is a good moment. You could drag the wing a little bit one way or the other to line it up perfectly into the wind, whatever it is that you have. And give yourself lots of slack, lots of slack. Come back past the loops you left on the ground, drop your risers, A's out. Come to the center of the wing, find your center label. And you want to give it this bed sheet flip, but you don't want to use up all your slack by stepping back while doing it. Try to get the trailing edge of the wing to wash forward like so. I still have tons of slack. Now I'll go to a wingtip. Find my stabilizer lines, my stabo lines, the 4 lines on the end. Give it one little flip. And then we go to the other wingtip. Find my stabilizer lines on the end. Being very careful not to drag my risers. I'm not using up all my slack. Okay? And on the tip, I like to lay these stabilizer lines, I like to lay them on the belly of the wing right there with the wingtip just kind of fairly tucked over. That way it reassures that they're not going underneath of the wing to cause a cravat. So just lay them up on top, like so. And that's it. She's ready to go. Just 3 points: center, wingtip, wingtip, and now you're ready to step in, clip, and go. I hope that helps. Like I said, when I get some better wind, I'll show you a means of hand kiting or laying out the glider a little faster when we have some wind to work with. Thanks for watching, guys. Hi guys, so today we got a little bit of wind to work with, and I wanted to show you a different wing layout now that we have a little bit of wind to work with. First thing we'll do, when I pick up my risers, notice the tails are plugged together so they don't tangle up. I'm gonna grab all my lines and come in with my non-dominant hand. And I like to say, just hold the rabbit by the ears, right there. When I make my loops, I wanna make them the appropriate size so that they don't go to the other side of the risers. And I don't wanna make them too small so that I wind up with too much fabric in my hands before I'm done. So just an appropriate sized amount, or a moderate sized amount of loop there. Now I'm gonna pinch my pointer finger underneath of my thumb and catch all my loops just on 3 fingers here. Get used to doing this. It'll feel awkward at first, but after a while, you won't wanna hold it any other way. Get all the way down to some fabric so that you can pick up the wing nice and high. Pinching that pointer finger under my thumb and gathering all my loops on 3 fingers will give me the ability to throw this wing out like I'm broadcasting a net without dropping my main risers. So I've got my wind direction in mind here. I'm just gonna walk a bit of a circle and give it a toss. Still holding my risers, pinching that pointer finger and thumb. All right, so next we have to find our hand kiting position. A hand kiting position is important for a couple of reasons. One, you always want to check the wind to make sure, pop the wing up, just hand kiting it to make sure it's not so strong that you would clip in and get drug across the field. Also, this can help determine whether you should do a forward or a reverse. And remember, the rule of thumb is If you can do a reverse, you do the reverse. If there's not enough wind to sustain keeping the wing up without you having to run backwards, then and only then would it be appropriate to do the forward inflation, okay? So we do not want to do a forward inflation in too much wind. Okay, so I'm gonna find my hand kiting position. I'm right-handed, so my right hand is on my A's and my left hand is down here on my D's, okay? And I'm just gonna lean back and lift, catching some air. Got a little bit of a cravat there, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop it into the fire. Just clean it up, testing my air. And I can tell right away it's definitely suitable for that forward inflation. There's not really enough to keep it up there nicely for me. So now I'll separate my risers, verify that all my lines are clean and clear, give myself a little bit of slack. And when I lay my risers down, A's out, brakes in, and I'm ready to go. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped, and I hope to be making some more of these tips and tricks videos for you along the way. Thanks, guys. If you have any thoughts, anything that you would like to see as far as a tip or trick to make things easier for you, just leave us a comment down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. Thanks.